Hi everyone, welcome to our C programming videos. So in this session, we are going to be discussing on the topic of nested if-else condition. Okay, so first let us try to understand what do you mean by nested if-else. So what I mean is giving a condition inside of another condition. That is writing one condition inside of another. If-else statements inside of another if-else statement is what we call as a nested condition. Now the question arises, where am I going to use such kind of statements? So whenever we are having multiple conditions that has to be combined together, or I'm having a condition based on that condition, that is if that condition is true, then based on that I have to check another condition. If that condition is also satisfied, then based on that I want to check one more condition. So whenever you are having such kind of situations, I will be writing the code for it using the nested if-else statements. Okay, let us take a simple example. Let us consider there is a company which has come to my college for a campus drive. So what is the conditions they have given? Eligibility criteria. What they are saying is, number one, the person should be belonging to the CSE department. So they want to take only computer science student. So they are saying department must be computer science. Okay, if this condition is satisfied, then the next condition what they are saying is academic qualification must be above 80%. So the overall semester, according to them, the semester marks must be greater than 80%. Then they are giving a third condition also. They are going to conduct a screening test. So in that screening test, you should have secured above 85%. So if all these three conditions are satisfied, then they are saying, I will allow them to attend my company's interview. So here, based on the first condition, what is the first condition? Whether the student belongs to the CSE department or not. If he does not belong to the CSE, what is the use of me checking for the marks and what is the use of me checking for the screen test? No, right? So first condition I am going to check is whether your department is CSE or not. If that condition is satisfied, then I will go inside and check another condition. Is your academic marks, is your academic percentage above 80? Now, if that condition is also satisfied, then I will go and further check. Okay, in the screening test, have you secured above 85%? If all the three conditions are true, then I will shortlist your name to attend the company interview. So like this is where I am going to use my nested if-else conditions. Now, the important point what you have to remember is there is no condition saying that you should have only this much of statements. No, you can nest up to n levels. That is, you can have up to n conditions. First condition, inside that second condition, inside that third, inside that fourth, inside that fifth. So this can keep on going. No restrictions up to n levels. According to our program's requirement, it is decided. So in there to start with, you don't have any specifications or any restrictions for that. Now, let us look at the syntax, how we are going to be creating it. Now, the syntax will look somewhat like this. Now, understand what did I say? Nested, writing one if else inside of another. So, when you notice here, see what happens. This is the opening of the first if condition. Now, where is this opening being closed? Here at this point. You see, just to see the coloration, I have just done it differently for us. See here, this is the opening and this is the closing. The entire condition 2 is nested inside my condition 1. And same way, look at condition 3. If and else, both are nested inside the body of my condition 2. That is why we call it as a nested if else. Right, so how is the flow going to go? That is, how is the program's execution going to be going? See, first it will start with evaluating my condition 1. First, it will evaluate condition 1. If condition 1 is true, then it will go inside and check for condition 2. If condition 2 is also true, Then it will go inside further and check my condition 3. When all the 3 conditions are satisfied, then the set of statements what I have given inside is going to get executed for me. If anywhere any one of the condition fails, then it will not go further inside. Automatically the control will be transferred to the appropriate else block, and then whatever we have given inside the else block will get executed for us. This is how the program flow is going to be going. Right. So understand again. See how I have given first condition, inside second condition, inside third condition. I said you can go up to n levels. I've just stopped with 3. But as I said, no restrictions on it. Okay. Now let us try to understand this with an example of a program. How this flow is happening, we'll try to get it with a program. Now have a look at this piece of code. What we have done here is, I have first initially created 3 variables. I am taking this as 3 subjects. M1, M2, M3 are the 3 subjects marks that I am asking the user to enter, and I am storing it inside the variables. Right. Now, step 1, declare all my variables. Step 2, ask the user to enter the value and store it within the variable. Done. Now comes my condition writing. See how I have written the condition. I am saying if M1 is greater than 40. So if the first condition is satisfied, then go inside and check for my second condition. If the second condition is satisfied, then go inside and check for my third condition. When all the 3 conditions are evaluated as true, then inside the result is printed as pass. Now, look before, what does the program says? The final result is pass if all the 3 subjects are greater than 40. Any one subject you fail also, the result is going to be failed. So that is why here we are using the nested. So first, I am going to check M1. If M1 itself is failed, what is the use of checking M2 and M3? You understand? Even if you pass in subject 2 and subject 3, since you have failed in M1, ultimately the result is going to be failed. So why I should waste my time in checking the other 2 conditions? So that is why I am using the nested. So based on which subject you are failing, appropriate else part will give the message like that. So when I run this program, okay, suppose if the student is failing in M2, what will happen? First M1 will be checking. They are passing. Then M2 is checked. They are failing here. So automatically it will go to the else part. And whatever you have given in the else part will be executed for us. Once it is complete its execution, it will come to the next statement following this entire if else. This entire nested if else. The statement following this entire block is control will go there. So here that statement is nothing but return 0. So the program will be completed. Okay, let us try to run it. Let us try to run it and give different inputs and test how the code is actually working for us. Right, now. Let us try to reload it and I'll run it again. Yeah, there you go. And execute it. Yes, so yeah, we have made an error. Let us see what is the error. Yes, I have missed the closing. Okay. So see here, now it says enter the 3 subject marks. So let us say for the first time, I am passing in all the subjects. So I am getting 85, then 96, then 90. These are the 3 subjects marks, M1, M2, M3. Now see what happens. So M1, M2, M3, all are above 40. So first condition also passes. Then it goes inside. Second condition also passes. Goes further inside. Third condition also passes. So thus it is executing this statement for us. Okay, now let us run it again. This time we will give the marks like this. I am saying 25, then I am saying 98, 90. See what happens here. It says the result is failed and it is saying did not clear my subject 1. Why it is failed? Because I did not clear in M1. So what happens here? The first mark 25 is going to my M1. So here the condition 25 greater than 40. Condition is failing here itself. So when this first condition itself is failing, it will not go inside the block at all. Directly it is going to go to the else block belonging to this if. And it is going to execute that else statement for us. So after completion, it is going to go to the next line following the entire nested block, which is nothing but return 0. So the program is completing its execution. Right, run it again. This time, what I'm going to do is, I'm saying, okay, subject 1, 85, subject 2, 20, subject 3, 90. See what happens? Still my result is failed. Why? Because I did not clear my subject 2. So since I failed in subject 2, my result is going to be failed only. So what happens here? Condition 1 is passing, going inside. Condition 2 is failing. So automatically the control is going to that else part. Else part of my condition 2. Right, again, let us run it one more time. This time I'm giving the marks like this. So first subject, second subject, and third subject. So here what happens? See, I am failing in the third subject. So what happens? First condition, pass. So it goes inside. Second condition, pass, goes inside. Third condition, fail. So it goes to this condition's else part and it is going to execute this statement for us. So this is how our nested condition is going to be working. Right. I can also show you one real-time example of this. Okay, a small mini project kind of thing. It is like a quiz. We call this as a quiz game. Okay, a small game called as online quiz or quiz. So what is the flow of the program? How it is going to go is, first you have to ask the user whether they are interested in playing this quiz or not. So if they say yes, then we have to start projecting the questions one by one. If they say no, you just have to say thanks, one small message saying thanks, and then close the program. That's it. So what is going to happen? First, I am going to ask the user one question. Do you want to play? Yes or no? So based on what they are going to give as input, the flow of the program starting with an if-else condition. Now, if they are saying, yes, I am interested to play, what needs to do? You have to display the question. And you have to display all the options. Ask them what is their option, what is their choice. So get that choice and then compare it with the correct answer. If the answer is correct, then put a message. Okay, your answer is correct. Then give some points for it. Okay, then project the next question. So when is the second question going to come? Only if the first question is answered correctly, you are going to project the second question. If the first question itself is wrong, then you are just going to say, sorry, your answer is incorrect. This is the right answer. And then the program is closed. Only if they are answering correctly, we will go to the next questions. This is the concept of the program. Now, how I have designed it? Using our simple if-else condition. So, see here what happens. Once they are giving yes, the first question is projected. Answer of the first question is stored inside this variable. Then I am adding another if statement, nested if-else. Now what happens if the answer is equal to B, because B is holding the right answer. So if the answer is equal to B, then I'm saying, okay, this is the correct answer. Then I'm increasing the points and then I am asking the second question. So again, see another if condition inside. So nested if, it keeps on going nested like this. So if this answer is also correct, then say it is the correct answer, increase the point, and then we will go for the third question here. Again, another nested if. Like that, it is going to keep on going. Here, I have stopped with only 2 questions. Okay, since it is just a sample program, I have just stopped with 2 questions. Let us execute this and see how the flow is actually going for us. Right, now. Yes, there I go. Let me run this. See, what is it starting with? It will just ask you first a message saying whether you are interested to play the game or not. So let me run it again. Yep, since I'm facing a small internet issue, let me just run the program using an offline compiler. There you go. Okay, so first I'm compiling the program. No errors. Then I'm going to execute the program. Okay, now see what is it asking. So it is asking, do you want to play the game? Okay, so give yes. Okay, now press the enter button. See what is first question. So who is the founder of C language? So it is giving me with all the options and then it says enter your choice. So A, B, C, D. Anything as I want, I can enter. Okay, suppose if I am giving it as A, see what happens. Incorrect answer. So my answer is wrong because C language was invented by the person Dennis Ritchie. So it just says thanks for playing the game. You have secured 0 points. So what happens? If the answer is incorrect, the game has to be stopped. If the answer is correct only, then only it has to go to the second question. Then only it has to go to the next question. Now let us run the same thing again. This time we'll try to give the right answer and see what happens. So you want to play? Yes, I want to play. Then, yes, what is the right option? B. See what it says. Correct answer. So it is asking me the second question. When was the C language invented? So I am giving the option as A. Now, see? Okay, correct answer. So then it says, thanks for playing the game. And total points secured is 2 because 2 questions were only asked. Both the questions are answered correctly. And I have given 5 points for each question. So that is why it is saying total points secured is 10. So like this, you can keep asking n number of questions. Our choice, how we want to write the program is our choice. So here, simple nested if else concept. We can design some great programs with it. So a very, very powerful statement. Okay guys, so thank you. I'll see you guys in the next video.